is there a... Actually, it doesn't say. Let's close that. Toggle that off. Those can stay on. I should be fully set up now. And I will have to remember all of the things that I am capable of because I like not dying.
Not dying is great.
Yeah, well, these last couple of sessions I haven't been really utilizing everything that I could have, but also I've been kissing the ground for most of it. I will get some water and snack, and I'll be good to go.
Might be a little bit longer. I am now doing 4 miles an hour on the freeway.
Huzzah. There, I finally corrected everybody's stream profile. Everyone has the proper name now. Let's see. So last we left off, we had a harrowing experience with some mind flayers. We were able to escape with our lives. Not really. I think we actually killed them, or they at least ran off. One of those two scenarios happened. We made our way into Watertown. After which we did some shopping, got ourselves a folding boat, got ourselves some gear that we needed. And gear we needed. Then we did a little bit of more pre-planning, just getting some information from the dock workers and stuff like that. Then we were ambushed by a couple of people who were mad about us winning our fight in the wilds. And decided the bounty on Vestile's head would be more than payment enough to make up for it. Fighting ensued, got our butts kicked, eventually causing enough property damage. The town guard got involved. And
Yay, property damage.
Basically, Vestile got to spend a couple hours in a feathery dimension after letting out half my chickens.
Probably better than the alternative.
And Feldnot ended up staying underwater for a very long time. Who knew he was a fish? After some brief interrogation, it was basically nobody was arrested per se. You guys were all hauled in, but nobody was actually, set to do time for this. Instead, it was basically agreed upon that each party would pay 50-50 on property damage and then go their separate ways. To which everybody met back up on the boat, and we started to head out towards the water where the water dragons had been seen. And what the hell were those things? Like merfolk?
We had a somewhat deadly encounter with the Kuatoa and
Kuatoa, that's right. We did really okay until the goddamn Leviathan showed up.
That's probably Muto's god, probably.
Because, I mean, those guys weren't that strong for me anyway, but that dang Leviathan chomped the hell out of me. Yeah, so Feldnot got himself eaten by the giant Leviathan, and then a smaller version of him came out, which was Simmar's first meeting of Tsar, and Tsar ended the fight abruptly.
Yeah, now we're all just kind of laying on the boat, just regretting our life choices.
And since Tsar isn't here to run himself, I am just going to flip it back over to Feldnot. And you will see Feldnot as soon as this sort of darker green goblin dragon gets onto the boat. He starts to kind of like be wrapped in this inky black cocoon that grows to a large size and spits out a now unconscious Feldnot.
With his ass in the air.
Anyone else see that?
Yes, we all saw it.
That's normal, right?
I would cast Healing Word on Feldnot.
That's a D4, right?
I fly back to the ship.
I forget. I'm not in my computer.
It's a D6 plus spellcasting modifier.
Is it? I thought healing word was lower than a cure.
I think it is
12
So-
cure wounds is D8.
E6 plus 9.
Okay, I'm getting confused. Yeah, so it's a D6.
Yeah.
No, it is a D4. Y'all are crazy.
Is that the one that's the one that's bonus action, right? I'm
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So D4 plus 9 because that's your spellcasting mod. So that's 11 health for me. Son of a bitch. It was I who thought I could eat it from the inside, but it proved me wrong.
It did, bud. It did.
I forgot stomach
Speaking
acid
of-
was a thing.
Can you ask your dad send down that package?
Sure.
I think we're gonna need.
I mean, considering that if negotiations with the water dragons go sour, I'm pretty sure those are going to be more powerful than that fish leviathan thing.
Well, I will definitely not be helping you kill dragons.
And I hope your negotiations go well because I would prefer not to fight them.
Feldot is going to start meditating because he has a funny feeling there's going to be even more fights. He's going to effectively change his class.
The game is paused. Could you unpause it so we can?
Yeah, sorry.
clear ourselves up?
Are there any survivors? I thought there were bodies in the water.
Make so are you just take cursory look, or are you gonna actually hop out and go check?
I'll hop out and check.
All right, give me a we'll call it an investigation check first. Yeah, 19. You swim body to body, kind of flip. Some of them are like face down in the water, some are face up. Some of them are blatantly, obviously not living. If they are, you feel very sorry for them because they're like torn in half. But the common theme amongst them all is they do not appear to be alive. They appear very much dead.
I'll swim back to the boat and say, they're all dead.
That's unfortunate. Any other cargo is still intact.
Just from what you can see on like surface of the water, not that you can tell. But the hull of the ship was largely, like the large portion of it was intact, so maybe there could be cargo in there just like stuck because of buoyancy. could have floated to the end where it's where the air is.
Well, since I'm figuring we're gonna be here for a little bit and gonna rest up, and if there's anything else in the water that was gonna murder us, it would have shown up by now. I will dive in to see if I can scout out the wreckage.
Make a dexterity saving throw. I'm just kidding.
I'll also cast. Would the Littleman's tiny hut work where we are?
I mean, the ship is big enough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do that so we can at least rest.
Let's see how lucky everybody is. 2, 3. There are 4 of you, and I will exclude Czar and myself. So all 4 of you roll me a D6. Do you need me to roll it for you, Ribbon?
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
Alright, 2 twos, a 1 and a 3.
All right, interesting. So as you kind of swim down and then swim back up the hole that is remaining, you will see a few cargo crates that appear largely intact.
I don't know much about crates. I will. Well, I mean, I'm strong, so I guess I will lift a crate out to see if there's any like identification markers for the crates. If not, then I'll just grab a random one and push it back to the surface.
Make an investigation check.
15.
That's a good investigation check. Good one. Let's see here. Let's go pilot resolve. Okay, so you look through the. I'm gonna say there are roughly 6 crates that are kind of floating in here. 2 of them are actually submerged because there's not enough space for them all to occupy. So as you kind of push them around, sort them through, you'll find one is perishables. One appears to be just like supply, general like building material supply, but not like big things like these are like cut planks, rope, paint in certain like jars of paint, stuff like that. The third crate you'd come across looks to be some sort of like garments crate. The word on the outside is clothier.
Fancy.
Fourth crate you'd find appears to be a bunch of potions. And the crate is labeled apothecary goods. The fifth one appears to be a crate of trade goods, so various spices, like sheepskins, things that if you were a merchant ship, you could take these into port and sell them for a decent amount, depending on where you're trading them at. And then the sixth one isn't labeled. But let me see what you have for perceptions.
Really good perception. +7.
Well, perceptions, meaning your various abilities of sense.
I have.
You are magically inclined, if not at the same level as wizard. You still have more than just a cantrip. You would feel a distinct mixture of lack of magic and magic in this crate. Nothing identifiable to you directly, but you would feel like half the space in it has magic and the other half does not.
So that sounds the most interesting and the most valuable. So my first trip back will be with that unlabeled semi-magical crate. We've basically I just push it up onto the boat and be like, "Hey, we got stuff in the ship. I'm gonna go keep grabbing it," and dive back down for the potions one next.
Okay. If you're gonna spend that.
Yeah, if nothing comes up, I will grab all of the crates because these are all things that we can turn into the port city when we get back. Or does the half of the ship that is underwater, does it have a name or an identifier?
No, unfortunately, that appears to be that appears to have been a part of the half that got smashed through by the Leviathan.
Okay, so that's unfortunate. I would like to see these goods returned, but if we can't, then we can at least sell it and utilize it.
Yep, that's fair. So I'll say if you're just gonna do that, that'll take you a short's worth of time.
I am fine with that.
Okay. So what's everybody else up to?
I'm taking a short rest.
Okay.
I did the tiny hut spell, so after I cast that, if there were still more carts, like crates, I'd help him bring them up.
Okay.
I'm not particularly useful in that endeavor, so as I said, I will go ahead and start a short rest.
Alrighty.
Once all of the crates are on the boat, I would like to crack open the unlabeled magical box and the potions box, as those are two that we can use now.
Okay. Vondar, what were you up to for that short rest period?
I'd probably be helping get the crates.
Okay. Then I'll say actually between the three of you, it doesn't take a full short rest to get there. So you could definitely crack open the crates, get them on the board, get on the ship, and examine the cargo all within a short rest period of time, since the three of you are kind of working together on this.
Awesome.
So the first thing you would notice, we'll start with the crate. Roll a D100.
46.
We'll round that up, because why not? You find a crate full of about 50 potions.
Oh. What kind?
And they appear to be... I'm going to call them... They're not ones that you can tell right off the bat what they are. They have various colors. They appear to have various textures, various like particles floating in them. But none of them appear to be just straight up potions of healing or mana potions or things that you've already encountered.
Pass a few to me. I'll start identifying them.
I'll give you the whole crate. Here you go.
Well, looks like I got the next several hours booked for myself. It's 10 minutes per cast of identify.
Yeah.
Actually, 11 minutes because it's 10 minutes added to the cast time and this 1 minute base for identify.
You might be able to. I don't know if anyone here is proficient with like alchemy tools or herbalism stuff. Might be able to identify it by other
I
means.
think I probably would not want to leave it to that chance, but not that I'm saying she's not qualified, but I think maybe Kit was proficient in that area, but she is MIA right now, apparently.
Yeah.
The alchemical part I can help with. I'm proficient in that.
Oh,
So I will say it won't take you nearly as long with Riven helping you, going from the
And
kind
you
of
can
just going through.
identify if you
Yeah.
need.
So I'll get you that list here in a little bit, but there are several. So several potions are definitely of the norm, but whoever this was going to, You're not a fan of them now. Some of these potions are like super rank. When you open the cork and kind of just start opening them, Riven, it almost makes your eyes water. They're so bad. You at first think they're rotten, but then you cast an identification spell on them to double check, and they're not just rotten. They're not rotten. They just have these weird secondary effects on them.
Oh, great.
And after you get through like 10 or 12 of them, roll me a Arcana check.
Me?
Yes. And depending on that, I'll have you do a medicine check. Yeah, go ahead and do a medicine check too. That's a good roll.
I can assist with the medicine check. No, I can.
You could roll one of your own if you'd like.
Sure.
Can't hurt.
I'm here. Can't hurt.
There you go.
Between the two of you, you know exactly what these are. These are what are called unstable potions. They are a cheap way to make potions that once in the hands of a competent apothecary or potion crafter can be turned into potions that you need. But in their current state, they will always have a random effect and a random so like if they were, for example, a potion of healing, it could give you still the effect of the potion of healing, but it'll also have a side effect.
So they're basically chaos potions or chaos shots.
Kind of. Like I said, in the hands of an actually experienced apothecary, Riven actually would probably know how to stabilize these potions. They can become exactly what they're supposed to be. It's just a very cheap way to do this for like merchants to sell potions to apothecaries so that they can still make a profit without having to charge the same price that the apothecary would have to charge.
Right. So sounds like we shouldn't be drinking these until we get them alchemical.
Yep. So you did that for between the two of you. I'd say take like 2 hours to get through all those potions. And then you said you're opening the other crate.
Yes, the half magic, half not magic crate.
Vondar, the moment he takes the crowbar and cracks the lid of this particular crate, your heart skips a beat and you don't know why because you haven't even seen in it yet. Simar, as you get the lid off of this crate and peer inside, you just see these metal bars of various types.
Looks like we got materials.
Can I take a look at them?
Go right ahead.
So, there are quite a few mixtures in here, but being your background and what you've, this is literally what you've trained for, you can tell what most of these are just by looking at them. There's a good portion of iron bars. Let me see. Crates can hold this. Actually, a higher number than that. There we go. 100 bars in there. So we will say 1%, huh? Immediately as you're sorting through the bars, you're kind of I could almost imagine Vondar kind of sitting down and literally taking bars out, setting them in piles to literally just sort them. There's some iron bars in here. There's some adamantine in here. There is exactly 10 gold bars, like actually solid gold bars in here. There are some iridium bars, which as a smith you would know aren't exactly legal goods. They're not like you wouldn't get arrested for having these, but you're not supposed to handle iridium bars. That's supposed to be something that you submit directly to like city governments so that they can mint that bar into iridium coins.
Unprinted money.
Essentially, yes. But even Vondar, who has experience as a smith and could probably replicate a coin, he also understands that there are some special conditions when those coins are made that allow people to know whether they're counterfeit or not. A certain elf in the past may have melted down one too many, and things had to be done.
I mean, the same thing was with the items that I used to.
Yeah, I know you're not talking about me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just said a certain elf.
Down. I did not throw the nuke, and I did not have the coins. But yeah, and I did not receive the paradox counters. But yeah, I was actually about to mention that when you counterfeit shit like that, doesn't it like make isn't it really, really bad?
Yep.
Honestly, we should probably just throw them overboard.
And then there was a few other bars in there. I just hadn't gotten around to them yet. Because I'm trying to open the damn folder. Where are they?
Wondering my name.
What are you talking about? I blame everything on you.
It's
It's all Yuki's fault.
all Yuki's fault. It's fine.
Well, I guess we should decide now whether we want to keep all this stuff, throw some of it overboard, or turn it all into the next city that we go to. Or try to sell some stuff on the black market. I mean, that's an option.
If they were transporting iridium bars, it's possible they were smugglers.
There were 3 other types of bars in that. So I said iron. I said gold. I said iridium. I said adamantine. Or adamantine.
Baskar.
Oh no, these are. I do have. I should have to find the book. Where did it go? There they are. Exotic metals. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So you know that there are. Now these don't come across the forge very often, but you would know them based upon teachings. You would know there is a bar of void metal and a bar of cosmolite, and then there is one bar that you cannot identify.
Can I run it through an identify spell?
Would Riven know what this bar is?
One question at a time. A fair. Make an Arcana check first before you identify Vestial.
Not great, but Arcana is pretty good. 15.
You get ready. Let's lay out the implements to start the ritual forecasting identify. And the moment you just touch the metal, because identify does require touch, something deep within yourself, it's similar to when you access the weave to cast magic, just tells you don't. You can choose to proceed if you like, but you have that warning.
I'm smart enough to not.
Would Riven have any idea what this is to be able to?
I'm going to say, yeah, I don't think this is a good idea to handle this. I don't know what it is, but
Tell Yuki.
In the entirety of your career, Riven, you have never once seen anything like this.
Okay.
You could also make a Arcana check if you'd like, or you could try to identify it yourself.
I can't look that far into an object's past. I really missed that.
1 sec. Okay, it's just I don't get advantage. I just can't roll below a 10. Oh, 20.
I don't know if I want to say this one out loud. I'm just gonna message it to you, and it's up to you whether you share the information. But as far as identification purposes are concerned, Vondar, this does not look like anything in the textbooks. Like the void metal and the cosmolite have distinct patterning that it was easy enough for you to just take a glance and be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what these are. But you feel like even if you dug deep, you would not know what this last bar is.
Well, I'd like to hold on to most of these for my smithing work. If that's all right with you guys. I have no use for the
Yeah.
gold or the iridium.
By all means.
Yeah. And I would tell the group to keep the gold and the iridium.
Any counterfeit stuff, honestly, we should.
Has anybody touched that last bar?
I did.
You touched it.
And Vondar would have touched it when he pulled it out of the crate.
The only thing I would ask, I would say keep everything else. I would ask to hang on to that one if possible, if you guys are okay with that.
Sure.
I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna try to figure out what it is. But it's something that probably should not be in our hands and definitely should not have been on a ship. And I'm assuming that everything else that was in this crate was to hide that.
Gotcha.
So
yeah,
this might have been a
actually-
smuggler ship.
I think I can find out about that right now if you want.
Yeah. I'm reaching out to let's say an old friend.
I'm going to use I have the planes runner to cast contact other plane to try and contact my patron.
I'm gonna ask my doll what it is.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
The doll would tell you that in the wrong hands, it is one of the most dangerous things in the entire multiverse.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Doll said this. We definitely shouldn't have it.
It seems because you're literally reaching out to the same person, Riven. You get the same blanket response.
Oh, like would she give me any more insight into?
Oh no, you remember? You would remember this from your previous adventure. There are certain things she just does not trust anyone with, epic level magic being one of those things.
Yeah.
You're getting the feeling that this is on the same vein of what she's willing to tell people about.
Okay.
Vondar, you're the only one who's going to get results because it's who you asked. But let me go check contact other plane. Let's see, contact other plane, fifth level ritual. Blah, blah, blah. So make a intelligence saving throw unless your eye let you ignore that.
It doesn't say that. I would say intelligence.
Yes. Because that's just a built-in part of contact other plane, unfortunately. Oof. So close though. The DC 15. So that means you will take
Wait, do I have anything to help?
28 points of psychic damage.
I'm unconscious.
Oh, and you're insane on top of it.
Wait,
Hello.
I use my stay at 1 hit point. Did I use that in last battle?
Yes. No, you did. No, you did not. No, you're
No.
good. So you're conscious. You're still
This
insane
is-
though.
Is this the same day as the fight with the bounty hunters?
Yes, it is because I don't think we
And I'm
got.
at 0.
Okay.
Wait, so you did use it?
Yeah, he used it in the fight with the bounty hunters.
All right. I'm gonna free cast healing word onto Wandar.
Oh, that's good because I'm all out of magic, and I was going to put a potion in his.
No, you're good. Save those. I can basically infinite free cast as long as I'm allowed to cast healing word, which is why I took it.
So interesting side effect though.
For me?
No, for Vondar.
Oh.
You are insane, and the normalcy of contact other plane applies. However, the part where it says you can't understand what other creatures say does not apply to your particular patron. He can speak literally anything, including gibberish. So feel free to ask your 5 questions. Everyone else here is not going to understand a word you say, but he will.
I will ask. We found a metal I can't identify. Can you tell us what it is?
And so you all hear gibberish come from Vondar's mouth as he's trying to question his patrons.
So he's bleeding out of the ears and his nose, and now is speaking in riddles and gibberish. Is he going to be okay?
You guys see as this is happening, Vondar, as you ask your question, your gun floats out of its holster or wherever you keep it and starts to glow. And then you guys watch a thin blue laser-like light emit from the gun and just looks like it sweeps over the bar in one direction and then goes the counter direction and sweeps over it again. And then the gun floats up and goes back to wherever Vondar keeps the gun, which is either a pocket dimension or in a holster, one of the two. Or wherever insane place warlocks keep their weapons. And your answer, Vondar, is, how the hell did that get there? That is a finished bar of Principus Metallis. Which, Vondar, for your, if you would like, you could make a history check or even depending on how deeply rooted it is in you and your family, it could even be a religion check.
Go history. 17.
The rumors and the whispers of the past that are written in the documents of the insane state that there was once a gigantic just chunk the size of a planet of metal that was considered indestructible. It was completely unworkable. It would be the strongest, most versatile metal known. The legend also states that there are beings who had the ability to defy that impossibility and create tools and instruments from this metal. And those weapons are considered of a category even higher than God forged. You have 4 more questions if you want to ask 4 more questions.
What should we do with it? Beyond my abilities.
That is the $1,000,000 question. Oh, that you're asking the entity. Sorry.
Well, I can take it off your hands, or you can try to mess with it. There's literally nothing you can do to destroy that metal. So, I mean, if you want to work your way to becoming a godsmith, it's definitely possible to work with. But it's just very, 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 very difficult, even for someone of my caliber. Or the third option, sink it in the deepest, most remote part of the world and hope no one finds it. Because in the wrong hands, that can make a weapon strong enough to destroy your entire planet.
I want to give it to Lynx, but I can't communicate that to the rest of the party.
Oh, take your time.
You could write.
No, he can't. He contact under the planes is so fucked. You can't read, you can't write, you can't take actions, you can't understand what other people say. Like I said, the only reason that he can understand his patron is his patron literally speaks all languages, even gibberish.
Wait, haven't I think Marcus has met Lynx.
You have, but you don't know that's who he's talking to right now. You don't know who his
Yeah,
patron is.
Okay.
I don't even know for sure that my patron is Lynx.
No, that's just your sort of assumption at this point.
Okay.
Is it dangerous for us to simply hold on to it as long as you don't lose it?
No, it's stable if it's in the condition that my identification has shown me. It is stable and transportable. I just don't understand how it got there.
Okay, I think that's everything. Thanks.
Yep.
Do I have enough reason to take the bar and put it in a bag of holding?
That doesn't take an action, so yeah, that'd be fine.
Bondar communicating with his planar god has given me an idea. We don't know what he got or was told, and well, he can't communicate that to us currently. But I could try making contact with my celestial guardian and see if they would be willing to take it off of our hands, and that way, whatever metal this is, it's at least in the hand of good aligned celestials.
I would suggest trying to at least get something for it. That sounds like a good idea.
We're definitely not selling this.
Why not? I mean, not to somebody that is going to use it for malintent, but
because the person that I just talked to would skin all of us if we gave it to the wrong person, even if we didn't know.
well, why don't we offer it to that person? And I mean, I'm not. It's
I'm trying. I asked. I'm waiting for a response.
yeah. Just I mean, I'm not asking for like
That
I
if
wouldn't
they
ask
just
for anything
wanted it, we're
ridiculous,
just gonna
like,
give it.
oh,
because
hey,
that's-
yeah, you found this cool thing. Here's a cool thing in return.
Well, it's a part of keeping the world safe.
It doesn't mean we can't profit from it, as long, again, the primary objective is to make sure that it doesn't end up in the wrong hands.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're going about that business, why not get something for it?
Right. So, I'll.
That is the response you get. Simar, your celestial patron, says, "I would love to take it. In fact, it would be a great use to our cause. Unfortunately, we know no one who can work it."
Okay. Well, that that is still at least a good thing to get it out of the mortal plane. My companions are asking for some kind of boon for the relinquishment of this forbidden metal.
While this is happening, I'd say, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm going to use my ring to teleport to the Dragon Island.
We're still looking at all of our options right now, but the Sarenrae's celestial guide says that this metal would be a great boon in their efforts against evil, but they don't really have anyone who can work the metal currently.
Their response would be, I don't have a blessing or boon equivalent to the substance you are offering.
Do you relay this to the group?
I would tell my celestial guide that it's okay if it's a lesser boon. Um, it's just the important thing is getting this out of the material realm. The getting something in return is very nice, though. So even if it's something lesser to the importance of this item, it would be appreciated.
Agreed.
Hmm.
You could give us a pass to visit Mount Celestio whenever we wanted to.
Uh, Let me roll some dice here. We thank you for your consideration, but we ask that you hang on to said medal.
All right.
And I give you not to leave you in the dark. I will give you one bit of friendly advice. Universes have been fought. Universes have fought for and fallen for just a single bar of what you hold.
This is uncomfortable.
This is uncomfortable.
And you feel the connection abruptly sever.
So the answer is no. They she she told me to hold on to it.
We don't have anybody that can work it either.
Well, that but it's a realms have been destroyed over a single bar of this metal.
Like I don't want to be holding that.
Well, I hope Riven on whatever island as a solution to this quandary.
Can I? Okay, I'm really curious. This is gonna take a lot of time, but now I'm fucking dying to find out. May I may I see the medal?
Um,
I'm not going to. I want to look. I'm all right. Yeah, I will communicate what I am trying to do.
You
Before
cannot
I do it.
communicate with me. And if no one physically stopped me, I put the bar in my bag of holding.
I mean,
Okay.
it's better than in the open.
Never mind then.
I messaged you again, Jet. I know you're doing like 80 different things.
So how long is Vondar going to be speaking gibberish for?
It's just a long list.
I wanted to look into the items past just to get some hint onto how it got here. But if it's inaccessible at this point, then
Vondar, as you get the bar fully in the bag, you just hear a sound, a snapping sound, and your insanity is resolved. He doesn't need you holding a nuke with insanity.
So I spoke with my patron. This is an extremely dangerous and powerful metal. I would like to entrust it to him. I'm confident he would reward us appropriately for the metal.
Yeah, I tried asking my celestial guide, and they said that they would like it, but they've also told me that as of now they want us to hold on to it because the assumption is that they don't have a reward worthy of session metal. At least that's what I got from them. And Riven disappeared to talk to someone else. So I guess we'll wait for Riven to come back, and we'll make our decision then. But this is definitely something that I don't want in the world.
Simar, as you're saying that, make an insight check.
Okay.
By the way, if you guys scroll up, I did update the list of medals I posted earlier so that you know how many are of each medal.
14.
You made a comment earlier that you are now revisiting that these must be smugglers, or maybe it was Vondar who said it, but you're now coming to the conclusion that they are fucking insane. Not only were they carting around iridium bars, which Vondar just told you is technically illegal, which, by the way, there are 20 of those. They are carting around two. If you were to assign them a rarity quality, which they're not magical enough to be considered amongst rarity, but two of those metals are considered very rare to legendary.
Yeah.
And then that last one, your celestial parentage or heritage literally just said, "Nah, I don't want that smoke."
Oh, okay.
it makes you
That's a good clarification from what you were saying earlier.
Yeah. Well, so that's basically your first assumption isn't wrong, but at the same time, that last statement would have invoked in you the idea that they said the friendly advice literally said universes realms have fought and fallen for this particular material.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that unless you can do something with it, you should not have it because someone's gonna come for it.
After that that talk, I would have said, "Give me 1 minute. I'll grab it and be right back." Use it and teleport back.
cool.
And at this point, you'll see them all talking, all kind of sitting in a circle talking about what to do, but it's nowhere in sight at the moment.
Okay. Let's say where did the bar go?
I have it. I was looking to hand it over to my patron. He seems to be able to handle it.
Absolutely. I think he's the same guy we were just talking with. I was just talking with. Do you want me to deliver to him right now?
If you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody make a. Because this is just one of the. This is just one of those stupid things that the player put into the character that I almost always forget about. I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Everyone?
I will
Yes.
cast rain on that.
Go ahead and hit that chaos rain button for me. Oh, there we go. Kind of fitting. I swear. Why do you keep telling me this doesn't exist when it does? Oh, that's because they changed the URL. That's why. Okay. Let's see. So we got a 15, a 25, a 27, and a 10?
Yep.
Oof.
I don't have intelligence.
Well, luckily the person that it's on won't kill you. You guys ever see the meme about like CSI Miami where the guy's walking away from explosions and that song plays?
Glasses. Yeah.
That exact song plays as a fiery comet falls from the sky and lands directly on your boat.
Sorry.
You're good. Is there anything?
So anyone who rolled below a 15 would take 62 points of psychic damage because that scream is louder than it should be. You cannot die or be knocked unconscious from this, so if it would render you down to 0, you are rendered to 1 instead. And the word merciful kind of echoes through your mind.
Yeah, because that would have insta-killed me.
Yeah, well, luckily this individual has a power literally called merciful. He can't just kill you. Everybody else takes 31 points of psychic damage.
I'm down.
Again, it can't reduce you to 0, so you are set to 1.
God fucking damn it.
And the as this impacts, you see the entire lake dip under the weight of this individual making impact, but it doesn't break waves. Like, it just almost makes a cartoonishly large hole, like the water was made of jello, and then just springboards back and go as it vibrates.
Once that's all settled, I'd look to Vondar and say, I can take it whenever you're ready.
You would notice that the comet was not a comet.
It was not.
As you turn to look, it's a person.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, it's the person you just talked to, Riven.
Oh, great. I told you I would bring it.
You were taking too long.
It was less than 2 seconds.
I would pull out the whip.
He'll just hold his hand out, and you'll see it just float out of your hand and just hover above his, as it just kind of comes through the air, as almost he has some sort of like magnesis. It looks like he takes it and puts it behind his back, but most of you who have a decent passive perception would notice immediately it's like going into a pocket dimension. Do you want monetary value, items, or advantages to your person?
Advantages.
I would make mention to the group, and Vondar, I imagine, would as well, that this guy is the blacksmith of 2 blacksmiths that can make pretty much anything. And it even stuff that you didn't know could be made. And I would look to Feldnot. And then there's that guy's dad.
My dad isn't the second one.
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
Unfortunately, it takes a really long time to learn. My dad is still on like chapter 12 of 40,000. I personally would like advantages, but everybody can.
I would agree.
Well, is this per individual or is this per group?
Per individual.
Okay, then yes, what I said in chat is what I'll stick with.
Okay.
I like the personal advantage.
Yep. Same.
So let's go with value calculation. Where are my tables for that?
I already got enough stuff going on with my character sheet. I don't need more people touching me and doing things.
Maybe, probably. You really want that value. Interesting. All right. Because he is just a very smart person. For Simar, he would just hold out his hand and you'll see a gilded type scroll appear.
I'll take the scroll.
These weren't implemented till after you left, but these are vouchers. Essentially, uh, if I think you guys have access to this folder. Let me just check.
The guild one?
Yeah, there's a guild items folder.
Yeah.
You'll see vouchers.
I can see that.
Basically, he gave you a legendary voucher.
Okay.
So it can be used. It can be used on a legendary, up to a legendary item, or if you want other things, you can break it. You can break a legendary down into two rares, two very rares, 4 rares, 8 uncommons, 16 commons, etc.
Is this going to be in the items tab or the compendium tabs?
Items tab.
Okay.
And there should be a folder called guild items. You'll see guild emblems, guild tokens, and the various vouchers. Now, what would he give you for the advantages?
Oh, okay. So it doesn't actually give me a list of what it can be redeemed for. It's just any legendary.
Oh yeah, that essentially that legendary voucher is worth roughly 200,000.
I have to do some research now, so I will be busy.
Trust me, that was a better choice than what he was going to give you.
Totally fair.
He had an explosive wooden sword he would have given you, but every time you roll a 1, it literally explodes, and dealing the equivalent to an Armageddon spell.
No. That spell.
Tactical nuke incoming.
God damn. Armageddon is the worst spell.
It's also the worst planet.
That too.
Everything good came from Armageddon.
You know what? He would just make this easy.
I swear to God, Jet, if the only thing he gives me is I'm able to actually cast Armageddon, I'm gonna riot.
No, he would not do that.
Thank
He's
God.
been in enough trouble with the goddess of magic. Everybody else, so Ribbon, Vestile, Vondar. Interesting. I'm trying to decide because there's a specific boon he'd give you, or he'd give you advancements in your particular classes. So, like for a warlock, you could take more eldritch invocations. For a wizard, you could take more spells, or get the improved version of Arcane Recovery. So I guess I'll offer it then. You can either, your personal advantage can either be a specialized class advancement, which grants specific things based on the class, or you can take the boon that he'd give you.
Class advancements are a boon.
Yeah.
Class advancements, as in, like, just another feature.
Or an improved feature. Like I said, so for in Vondar's case as a warlock, he could probably take more Eldritch Invocations, or maybe get a better pack slot, or things like that. In Vestile's case, she's a wizard, so like more spells for the book, maybe another spell slot, or even an improved version of Arcane Recovery.
Gotcha.
I'd go for that spell slot.
And in your case, Riven, he's going to have to do something different. It would still apply, but it would be something different because you're a magus. If he's to alter your class, he has to get permission first.
Okay.
But he can. He just has to ask the current Archmage in charge,
Yeah.
who may or may not be here right now.
I think I'll take the boon.
All right.
I think I'll also take the boon.
Yeah, I'm fine with the boon.
This is okay. This is a little crazy. I love it though. That's why. So for Vondar, he'd give you. Let me see if there's the higher tier of this one first. Yeah, there is. He gives you the boon of the Greater Demonologist.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. And technically, because it's him, he can alter it to be another type if Vondar doesn't want to summon demons specifically. But reading that should give you an idea of what is possible. And to Vestile, there is only one obvious choice that he'd give you. Actually, there's two choices. I have to decide which one is better.
Both. I don't know the difference between them, so.
Well, one would be funny because it would just go with the theme, and the other one would be more useful per se.
Flip a
One.
coin.
Then he will give you. Is that one better or is the other one better? Hang on. Or is it? I just where'd you go? It's not a. I swear these used to be in order and then they decided to not be in order anymore. Yeah, okay. All right. He gives you the boon. Where is it? The boon of the Elemental Lord specifically. He gives you Fire Lord.
That's the funny one.
Yes, the other one that I was considering was giving you the boon of the Fire Lord specifically, which is a third tier, but it makes it so where you can't take fire damage anymore. You basically become an iron golem. You eat fire instead. But the other one's more practical for what you need.
Do I have access to this folder?
Yes, it's boons, first tier boons. And for Riven.
Is it an epic boon or
Yes, it's under epic boons, first tier boons.
in the items tab?
Wait, this isn't gonna stop me, right? If I get an epic boon.
No, gods get epic boons.
In the item tab, is that what it is? In epic boons, and the only you see one boon is boon of fortune.
That's it. Not in the under compendium packs, second to last tab,
Yeah.
and then search
and,
boon. The search bar will come up.
No.
For now, I'll just throw it on your sheet. And I'll figure out why it's not showing up for you. Let's see. So it's this one. Boon of the
I might
Elemental
just
Lord.
be stupid. That's a very firm possibility.
Well, it should be under your other features now.
There it is. Cool.
And Riven, he gives you Boon of the question mark. I don't know what all these weirdos are taking. I'm gonna take the class advancement.
That's an option. This just allows me to take 3 key techniques that I want from various classes. Because, something like Flurry of Blows would be nice right now. Especially if I have Key Vampire on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just write on my sheet boon at a question mark.
Yes, and I will make a note on my own thing. Fondar, roll me a d4. And then a d20 after that.
I would have asked him about the other thing that I'm.
He does not answer you.
Okay.
14.
Cool.
Well, this isn't that detrimental to you, but you're as he made impact and you let the chaos flow, a small chunk of whatever material was surrounding him flew off and hit you in the arm. It doesn't break your arm, but it causes enough of a bruising that it's considered a serious wound. So for right now, until it is resolved, you get disadvantage on strength-based checks, saves, and attacks. I'm making note of that so I don't forget about it.
All right. I'd say thank you, sir.
I'm always surprised when I look at your sheet and see Veldakin. And I'm like, you're not a Veldakin. I'm like, oh, that's right. You were a Veldakin.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would cast the Leomund's tiny hut for them, but I can't enter because I'm large size and the spell fails.
Yeah, you and Feldnut are both stuck on the deck.
Yeah. So I'd
You
say
have to be inside the dome in order to maintain it. If you leave, it ends.
okay, so I just have to be within the 10 feet, right?
You have to be inside the dome.
Oh. Wait, so I can't even use it then, can I?
I don't think so.
Yeah. 9 creatures of medium or size can fit in the dome. Oh, with you. Does that mean so it says it can fit inside the dome with you? But the
I
spell
would
fails if the area includes a larger creature of more than 9 creatures.
allow it
Includes
because of the
so
weirdness of
like
you.
I can cast it because I'm large, but no other large creatures can enter.
Correct. So Feldnut has to stay outside.
Oh damn it! But you got your pocket dimension.
Rude. I'm not a dog. As he scratches at the ground and spins in a circle and lays down.
Yeah, buddy. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll pop in there. I would do that for 8 hours, and then at the end of that 8 hours, assuming we make it that far, I'd cast it again. Just so we get the full 9 hours in there, or they get the full 9 hours in there.
Sorry, just informing Grim so that he knows to do that before the next time he gets on. All right. Well, it's been fun. This is the second bar of this I've received in 10 some odd years, so I'm a little confused where this came from.
Yeah, I think it was being smuggled, man.
But the last time I knew, there weren't any of these bars on this plane.
I didn't think so either. I've
Well,
only read about them.
good luck with your water dragons.
Yeah.
If they are water dragons.
Well, guess we'll see.
As he scrunches his body up, going into a crouch position, he jumps again, and that obnoxious music starts playing as he soars through the sky.
Oh, so I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we should at least get moving, and I need a rest again because my head still hurts.
Yeah.
At this point, Feldnut has changed to his other class because that's what he was doing. Let's see what I can do to help people.
I'm gonna cast that and start attuning to the items from the package.
Oh, that hasn't even come down yet.
Which one? The package?
Yeah, that was coming in next.
Oh, okay.
Over the next hour, Vondar, are you just gonna go ahead and start getting this ship going again, or are you guys gonna like actually stop and rest at this point in the
We're all at
water?
one hit point, so I think we're gonna rest.
Okay, so an hour goes by into your guys' rest, and then you just hear this splash. Riven, you see all of your stuff floating in the water.
Son of a bitch, and I can't move because I cast this. I asked Phil not. Can you grab that, please?
Mark can also dive in and help.
Well, you're in the dome right now, and you guys are long resting.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Is it big? How big is it?
I don't know.
I
It's a
mean,
cloak?
it's not a extenuating activity.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just swimming and grabbing stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you want to grab it, that's cool.
Yep, I got it.
Cool.
And
then I'll
at
just-
that moment, a shark appeared and took Devamar into the distance.
How'd you know I was rolling for that? Oh no.
Don't you do it.
Oh no, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna drink those potions I was thinking of drinking of.
Don't you do it.
What was in the water? We will see what was in the water and if anything actually cared about Sinmar jumping in the water. Give me a minute. What I say it was, it is a... Hey, that's cool. That's actually doable. Oh, that would be so fitting, but I don't know why they would be here. Simimar, as you splash into the water and start swimming towards his gear, a pod of killer whales swims by. And when I say a pod, there are 18 of them.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a ranger. Hold on. I can do something about this. I mean, normally orcas don't really go after people. They mostly tear, like, rudders off.
Yeah, but you have a manta ray cloak on. Does that make you look like a manta ray?
As long as they are beasts, which I believe orcas are. I have primeval awareness, so it allows I have an innate ability to communicate with beasts, and they recognize you as a kindred spirit. Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action, and read its basic mood and intent.
Ah, yes. So we went from being Ranger to Aquaman.
Yes.
They kind of look at you for a second, like swim towards you, and then they just circle around you, and actually will grab the items for you and bring them closer to you.
Oh, thanks, guys.
And then they just swim off. That's why I thought it was funny, though.
I met a bunch of orcas, and they did eat me. Here's your stuff.
But not enough to interrupt any long rests, so we will say you have your time. It takes 10 hours to long rest, 5 hours for some of you.
I think Yuki's the only one who long rests in 5 hours.
Okay.
So no, Yuki, I am as well.
I do.
Yuki, Ribbon, your 5 hours goes by.
I need a long rest.
And then I'm going to start attuning into those items.
Yeah, so you guys can do whatever you want for 5 hours because it's going to take them 5 hours.
I'm stuck here holding this dome.
About 5 hours later, you'll see those orcas again, Simar.
I will greet them in Orca. Let's see.
They appear to be giving you some sort of warning.
Hey, the orcas are trying to warn us of something. We should probably get a move on in the opposite direction that they came from.
Okay. Are we able to move the ship and have this still going?
No, I believe Leomans is fixed.
Yep. Nope. You're right. Immobile dome. Yep.
I will communicate the question of how big.
Squeaky toy big. No, I'm just kidding. That's all I hear in my background right now is squeaky toys. Trying to decide how they would view this. How big is an orca?
They should be huge.
They are. Never mind. Then the creature is smaller than them. I thought these creatures were slightly bigger. But still, they'd convey, threat to you, possible threat to you, and they're threatening to the whales.
Yeah. I would thank them and wish them luck. Hey guys, the orcas are saying that there's something coming. It is smaller than an orca, but it is still dangerous to an orca. Well, a pod of orcas.
Let us get underway, I suppose. And
We have to break this hut spell.
that's fine.
Well, all right. We break the tiny hut, and I'm assuming that we begin to sail in the opposite direction. By starting to sail, that would interrupt our long rest, right?
No, this was at the end of their long rest.
Oh, okay. So we are fully rested now.
Yes, sorry, that's my bad. Yes, it is basically once you're at the end of your long rest, you're good.
Cool. All right. Yeah. No reason to stick around and find out. Let's take a
Get
detour.
underway. And head to our battle stations.
Alrighty, so you make your way. Um, hang on. Where is my roll here? You'd make your way, or get underway rather. It is middle of the night, so it is kind of dark. The only reason you saw the killer whales was their nice white spots. Um, you keep going. Anyone want to keep watch?
I'll keep watch.
I would also keep watch. Well, that's that.
Okay.
Zara, did you get a long rest?
What is this rest you referring to?
Or Feldnut, did you heal? I would ask.
I ate
Because
some
as we
fish.
shall see, Zara. Do you need healing?
I should be fine.
I'm just gonna reach out and I'll heal him.
No, no, Riven.
Hmm?
You take 4 lightning damage.
No!
As you touch him, it's almost like he's an electric eel, and you shock yourself from touching him.
But I didn't touch him. It was 60 feet away.
You said you touch him. You
I
reached
thought
out.
I did. I thought I had to, but I was wrong.
Okay, fine. You don't take your lightning damage then.
All right, I'm gonna heal him again.
I should be fine.
I thought I had to touch you, but I guess not.
No, that's only spare the die. 3 hours goes by. Nothing seems to happen for you. The 4th hour. I had you on this map. Steal.
Okay.
Touch faith. You get 3 hours in. Nothing happens. 4th hour. As you're coasting along this dark and dreary space, it's kind of foggy, kind of muggy. I mean, there's a lot of humidity around. Assuming Bastile's not flying over there, I'm gonna put it over here.
Yeah.
As you're keeping watch, Fondar, you would notice a couple of these. I believe that's within your sight range. Are making their way towards your ship.
Are those water dragons?
I don't know if you've ever seen a water dragon, so make it like a nature check. They look. One could make the assumption that they're water dragon esque.
Oh. I found the bond. The bosun boken.
So you gonna do anything about that, or
I would try to talk to him.
Or so people are now saying that hey, there are things approaching and they could look like water dragons.
My question: Are those water dragons just meant to be to the group?
oh,
Yeah.
understood.
I'm unsure. We could definitely try to talk to him and see.
I would not have the answer for you. The only thing that I can tell is if they are beast or not, and that is dependent on how they are communicating with one another. So, can I understand their gestures and whatnot?
No, you cannot.
Okay, well, they are certainly not beasts. I will ready my shield and scimitar though, and cast Shillelagh on it, and just kind of get in the back and let the negotiators handle this.
All right, who's gonna negotiate?
I would try to talk to him.
What are you going to say?
Hello. We are not here to fight. We would like to inquire as to why you've been attacking the ships.
One would answer bored. One would answer for fun. One would answer they're delicious. They make a nice crunchy pop sound every time we eat one of them. And anyone who understands Draconic will understand what they just said. Who are not being
They
quiet
don't
about
sound friendly.
I would say my name is Riven. I am a dragon rider, and this is my companion Axiom, as well as my party. We've been set out here to try to resolve the problem. I do not wish to fight you, and I know that my teacher. I'm unsure if you are aware of him, Carcoon, would definitely not like us to fight. Is there a peaceful way we can resolve this without you destroying the ships or killing people?
Make a persuasion check.
Well, that's good, because I have really bad persuasion.
But sometimes you just roll good.
Yeah. And I would also say, like, considering that I'm half dragon, that we are among brethren here, and I do not wish to fight. Give me 10 seconds. All right, I am back. Sorry about that.
I suppose we could reach an agreement as long as you provide us with food and entertainment.
What type of food and what entertainment?
Something more fun than tipping over ships and eating people.
Do you have a preference for food?
Fish.
I would share this with the group. I would say, give me 1 minute. Let me speak with my comrades and see what we can come up with.
I can make fish tastier. I can't particularly summon the fish.
If Akito was here, he could use his meat magic to summon some kind of animal for them to murder, but that's not going to solve the problem long term. This is something that the city is going to have to deliver upon.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we could talk with the city about just sending like a ship out filled full of fish for them to destroy and eat. But then it would like an empty ship and just set it out.
We could try other forms of entertainment.
Well, I agree. I'm at a loss for anything right now, like immediate. So I'm up for all ideas.
Well, they're how intelligent do these dragons seem?
Pretty decent. They're willing to hold a conversation. They said they're bored, so there's a higher level of intelligence.
I would ask the dragons in Draconic, would you be interested in other new forms of entertainment?
As long as it's more entertaining than flipping over boats and eating people.
How long have you been here?
Since the inception of this body of water.
Okay. Because this just recently started happening, right?
Yes, the lake has been formed well over a decade now. But as far as the troubles with the water dragons, as far as we know, started recently.
Can I ask them as to what made them start attacking? Was there something that pushed them out?
No. Just bored.
Okay. I looked at Fondar. Do you have access to the elemental plane of water?
No, I was just looking.
Damn it.
Well, we can put them in the elemental plane of air, and then hopefully they'll fall down into the elemental plane of water.
I don't want to risk that.
Hey, Vondar. Did you say that your cube has access to the honor dials?
Mine does. This one doesn't.
So it's the other one then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone is
Go ahead.
knowledgeable of the plane of water or another plane, you could attune to my amulet of planes and do it that way.
Riven. Riven would not. I don't think Riven's ever been there. Can I reach out to Carcoon? I'll see if he can open a portal to get these guys there. I know he's not here, but I feel like that's something like helping dragons he would be all for. I would ask them, how many of you guys are there?
Multitudes.
Like hundreds? I would say there is an island that we know of that I have been training
Billions.
on.
Billions?
Billions.
That they like basically is nothing but dragons, and there's water and everything. I would reach out to Carcoon. I mean, if I could, and see if he has any insight into this.
Odd or even high or low?
Even high. I'm gonna roll a D100.
No, that's a grim thing. I always roll the D100 when it's just me.
Okay.
All right, even high it is. All right, fine. I'll do your job for you. As you see a giant spatial hole open up, and hear just this bellowing roar of a giant dragon that actually shakes the boat. To those who speak Draconic, that was a "get in here." As each water dragon swims its way into the hole.
There we go.
And then the hole abruptly closes.
And I imagine that got all of them.
Yes.
Okay. I'd say the issue should be resolved. We can turn around.
Didn't they say that there were more water dragons?
I think it got all of them. Like all of them.
Well, you only saw
Okay.
4 swim in there, technically.
Okay. Should we
But-
keep looking?
Well,
What's everybody's
you-
passive insight?
Passive insight. Hold on.
Not a lot.
17.
14.
18.
Also, who speaks Draconic?
I do.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure I do. Give me a second. I can't imagine I have a character
I
that
do
does.
not.
I definitely don't.
Well,
Dragon
two of
Balls.
the at a certain point you thought so. You thought everything they said was true, but after they said billions for the 3rd time, Riven, you knew they were
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah.
I literally had to roll deception checks, and they rolled absurdly high. And
I
since
was
no
like,
one
there's
was
no
actively
fucking way there's billions.
since no one was actively challenging them, I was like, okay, this will just go against their passive.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not here to question them.
Well, what better way to create misinformation and terror than fucking tell people there are billions of us?
Yeah. If they would have said hundreds, I would have believed that. But billions, I was like,
That's a little much.
we wouldn't even be able to get in the water.
The ocean is nothing but water dragons.
Exactly. Cool. Then I would think I'd looked at the group. I said I think they're all good.
Yeah. What's this about him saying him doing his job for you?
Because he wanted me to resolve this, which is fine, but I don't have any way to get these dragons to his island.
I
Yet.
mean, is the island on this world?
No.
Okay. I mean, if it's another plane of existence, we could have used my amulet.
Yeah, but I'm still, because I'm newly acquainted there, I don't know how much I am
Actually,
able.
Riven, because you are a dragon rider, you are aware that unless you have something that specifically lets you go to that plane, all planar travel to that plane is forbidden.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because we
Well,
tried with
as if forbiddance has been cast over the entire plane of existence.
Gotcha. Okay, and then I would just share that.
That's why you have to use your ring.
Yeah.
But
All right.
also, I didn't realize I gave out a cubic gate to a certain somebody who goes to the 100 Isles.
All right. Well, so let's head back. It's job well done.
Mission accomplished.
High five, guys.
Well done.
Yay, we're not dead.
Not yet. It doesn't mean there won't be more trouble along the way.
Come on.
I think I know what I want to use my voucher on, but I'm going to keep looking because you have literally thousands of options.
I know.
Mm-hmm. But wait, there's more.
There is probably a lot more that I am missing.
You get 400. Each get 400 experience for successfully resolving a conflict without death.
Yay!
What is everyone else's XP at?
I'm at 4815.
Cool.
You're at 4815.
That's what I have.
I'm at 4525. I missed a session though, so I might be a little bit
Yeah,
behind.
that's probably why.
What was the number?
4815.
4815. Thank you.
And just to illustrate how slow a boat is, that's as far as you've moved.
Where are we?
Wow. So we've barely left, and the sea dragons basically came to us.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's this motherfucker.
Wait, where are we? I don't see us. I'm blind.
Fucking Eris.
Wait, am I missing something?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we've
Jesus
barely
Christ.
left because boats are slow.
I will say you are technically out of sight of the city, so it is a lot farther than it looks because it's literally like 100 and something miles off the coast.
Who's responsible for this body of water?
Say what?
Who's responsible for this body of water?
A former barbarian who decided that I wasn't allowed to have any fun and released an arcane warhead on my big boss of that area. Yeah. This circle, there's a reason why there were other circles that match that in exact size.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of them.
I would
There's one down
appreciate it.
south.
If
There's two in the
stopped using
center
that.
area. There's one in the in the northwest.
fucking
Hey,
3,000.
Archet is still on my map, not. I don't know this world map. I didn't even know there was an ocean here.
Yeah, well, 4 arcane warheads later. One of them is because the party shirked their duty by going to the Feywild. And so the monster that was there was so powerful that an arcane warhead was the only option. But, dread hydras. What can you do about them? Kinda, yeah. Anyway, so are you guys going to sail all the way back, or are you going to use cheatsy methods to get yourself back to the Black City?
For this group, do you know what we do?
Well,
We
we
have
need
to
to.
retrieve our card in Jochobos.
Yeah, we gotta
That's
go
fair.
by land. Besides, we have to report that the task has been accomplished, a way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, the person I'm referring to literally can take you directly to the Black City where that person is. That's what I was asking.
Oh.
Once we get the card, and I can just gate us to another plane and then gate us back to the Black City.
That works.
Still possibly one of the most powerful world titles there is. So let's see. It takes you roughly 2 days to get back to the city. City I still don't have a map for. I did generate the map. I just need to actually prettify it and actually make it my own. Did I actually set up a water town in the meantime? Black Plains. I did not.
The panicky, the flying pan. That's fucking wild. Does Vondar have a portable anvil out of curiosity?
No, I want to get one eventually, but
Would you like a because I'm looking at what I want and I'm thinking I'm gonna use my voucher for 2 very rares. And I found an armor that I'm definitely gonna go with. I was just looking at another item, and a very rare portable anvil does look very appealing for the blacksmith of the party.
And so you guys return to the shore. It's been 2 days, so you can take your 12 hours of downtime.
Oh, Watertown looks a bit different than last time.
Well, no, you only saw the port of Watertown last time.
Oh, the port section. Okay.
Yeah, this is the actual city, and then this is not the permanent map. I generally, when I make my maps now, I do them in 2 stages where I make I use an AI generator to generate what I want here, and then I will take this into Incarnate and overlay it and actually make it look better.
Oh, gotcha. I've used Incarnate like a couple of times.
I use it for almost every map that I make. But you guys get back into the port. So, am I having sea dragon meat for dinner?
we sent them to another plane, so they shouldn't be attacking you anymore.
But I wanted. All right, fine. I guess I didn't specify. He'll hand you a bag.
I'll take the bag.
It is. As you take the bag, you hear the familiar clinking sound of money. Thank you for taking care of our problem, I guess. And he just walks away.
Okay. Where do we leave the cart? Is there a Staples? Or...
We had him watch it, didn't we?
I know I entrusted someone with my Quetzal.
Hmm. Let me roll some dice here. Yeah. We have them in one of our warehouses. Takes you down the dock a little way too. It looks like a really run down warehouse. Once inside, you will find your cart and your chocobos and your Quetzal.
Excellent.
If everyone's set, I'll open up a gate to the elemental plane of air, and then back to the Black City.
All right.
Switching maps.
Don't we need to go visit the that fairy village to get your bags of holding back?
No, I got it back
Oh, okay.
because I didn't accept their help.
Interesting.
I mean, if we want to go murder some fairies, we can go murder fairies.
I would prefer not to.
Suit yourself.
Until you find yourself in the Black City.
Let's go. Let's check out the rest of these shipping containers now that we're back and see if we can sell them somewhere.
Do we want to sell the
Well, because we have.
potions, or do you want me to complete them?
Let's complete the potions. Let's sell the clothier, unless there's some really fancy outfits that we want to keep. And then we had trade goods, wood, and any of the metals that Vondar doesn't want. We should also we should be done with the iridium ingots because we don't want to keep those on our person. So those should either get turned into the local treasury, the authority, or anyone else that you know that is willing to take them.
While you guys figure that out, I'm going to just shoot a message over to our handler to figure out where to go next.
If we take the iridium to a bank, would they explain that it was from a salvage ship? Think they'd give us cash value for it, or
They might not. It's really tricky with unminted, currency metal.
Would I have any insight into this, considering I've had a bank account for the past 20 years?
No, because you've never dealt with unminted metal.
Okay. That's fair.
And it's not exactly something in their bylaws that they state. It's more of a governmental law that says you can't have this.
Gotcha.
so I'll find the guard.
It doesn't take you long. They're practically everywhere right now.
I'll say the guard. While we were out. Actually, wait, no. If we can talk to the handler. Sorry, never mind.
Oh, okay. Have a good day.
Yeah. So let's go to the voiceless flute, and we can ask the handler about the iridium ingots.
I assume you go to the voiceless flute. You find him in his usual spot, going over some documents.
We completed the mission.
Good. I heard from a rather disgruntled dock worker that it was completed.
Yeah, he didn't like that we sent them to another plane instead of killing them.
Well, it's only natural because there's a dragon rider among you.
Yeah.
Yep, but he refused to even speak to me.
Might have been prejudiced against dragons. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
But well done. The Royal Guard has told me to gift you with a reward. As he sets down a bag.
I'll take the bag and say, while we were searching for the dragons, we came across a shipwreck. We found a few iridium bars among the cargo. We were wondering how we should handle this. You know, you're not really supposed to have.
He was in mid writing on this parchment, and he just stops dead mid sentence. looks up at you and says, "Iridium bars." And you found them in salvage to a ship.
Yes.
And did you happen to get the name of this ship?
No, the name of the ship was on the broken, destroyed section of the ship, so there's no name.
DM, would I have ever seen the with the flawless memory? Would I have ever
We
picked up on
did see the ship leave port. That
Make an
detail
insight
was-
check. That steals that you have perfect memory.
Actually, let me make sure I have perfect memory at this level. I'm not sure that I do.
Okay.
I don't want to. No, I don't believe I do. Never mind. I think that's a later thing.
Then because you did bring it up, everyone who did see the ship leave port, make an insight check.
Okay.
Because I was outside, so I definitely would have.
Hey, it looks like Vestil's the one who remembers anyway.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Vestil, it sticks out in your mind like a sore thumb. In fact, Vondar, you'd also remember the same thing. It was absurd at the time, and you took it in, but you just kind of like filed it away for later. You're now remembering that this was called the Hush Hush.
Hush, hush,
Hush dash hush.
hush, dash, hush. Was
Not
the
so
name of
obvious
it?
at all.
Huh. The Hush Hush. Why does that sound familiar? As he kind of scratches his chin for a second.
Famous smuggling ship.
Maybe it's hard to remember all those reports that come through. I will look into it. In the meantime, iridium bars. Well, you found them. Technically, would be more of your sworn duty to bring them to official authority for them to be handled. So you did the right thing. I would take them to probably one of the banks and have them just handle it, and they probably will give you a reward monetarily since you are trying to do this through proper channels rather than the non-proper channels.
Easy enough.
I don't really have many more missions for you. I have one in the southeast region, but it's not critical at this moment. Apparently, there are some nasty things in the lava that need to be taken care of, but you may not be the right fit for them at this time.
Well, I can make a suggestion. We can always find work at the Adventurers Guild at the meantime.
Not a bad
Also,
idea.
so I'm new to the show. I'm Simamar Crayleaf. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
I know. You're on our wanted posters.
Huh?
Yeah.
As are you, Miss Vastille.
I didn't.
I'm,
I didn't do anything. I didn't do it.
I'm curious what I
You're
did.
wanted. You're wanted for murder and the
Fake news.
You're wanted for murder, disbursement of falsified important documents, and drunken disorderly conduct. That just seems a little petty to add on there
I mean,
compared to the other two.
Hold on. Is this
First-
are these from?
Oh, these are from
um,
Vastille. He hasn't addressed yours yet.
Oh, okay.
Ironically, though, it's not. It's kind of funny how these line up with yours. Is this something I need to be worried about?
I don't remember.
this is
So
something I need to be worried about for other reasons. I didn't kill anybody.
All right, just make sure it doesn't cause too much trouble for you and your party. I also got a report from some very upset guards about you causing destruction of property.
Wait, that's real? You heard that I got drunk and was disorderly.
The bounty hunters when we were fighting. So
Oh no, Steele's solidifying the wanted poster. Yes, you are wanted currently as he scrolls through his crystal tablet for murder, espionage via the dissemination of important documents which were forged, and drunken disorderly conduct at a bar in Kilbury. The wanton hag's endless tankard. Does that ring a bell?
None of this rings a bell.
And you are wanted for desertion.
I don't remember deserting, so that's kind of fair. But wait a second. Keto's the head of the elves now. His army, Carlon's army is no longer a thing. Well, that Corlon's army anyway. Is there a way for me to get that cleared up?
I can reach through some channels and see what's going on with that. It may just not have been updated because you've been MIA for so long.
Yeah. If not, I would remember that I have a sending stone for General Jewel. I could also ask him about it.
General Jewel is no longer with us.
What?
Yeah, he got a little too big for his own britches and tried to challenge a primordial god.
Oh. Okay. He pulls out the sending stone and just kind of looks at it. It's like, well, shit.
And to put it in perspective, that primordial god took down the Celestial 12.
Don't know who they are, but they sound important.
Anyone with any interest in adventuring would know that they were literally the first party to go epic. Which means at the time of their death, each one of them had to be at minimum epic level 60, which they were much higher than that. Rumor said somewhere around 90, which should be impossible.
Oh.
Yeah, and he,
Well.
who's only an epic level 60, thought he could handle it by himself.
Wow. Okay. Whew. That's a lot. Okay, good to know. I'll just hold on to this as a keepsake then.
Anyway, yes, I'll run it through the proper channels and see if I can get that resolved for you. Vesteel,
And they're all
It's-
trumped up charges. This is the problem is X, where the real problem is Y. It's not. I am in. How to phrase this? If I had a good lawyer clown, all these charges would be dropped.
Honk.
Is there a lawyer clown here now?
Yes.
Do I recognize him?
No,
So
this
I
is
know
a
that
new
I'm
lawyer
not
clown.
tripping.
Okay.
Just so no, I'm not tripping. Lawyer clowns are still a thing, right?
Oh yeah, that's why it's standing next to you right now. Honk.
I don't need you right now. I'm sorry.
Oh dear God,
Honk.
not again.
He leans in with you with a flower and squirts you in the face
I just
and then disappears. That's why we don't use the LC word around here. They're very case hungry in the Black City.
It's fine. Getting squirted in the face is probably not the worst thing that could have happened. Dab my face with a napkin.
Yes. And this is going to be hard to contest at the moment without their intervention because this is this was pushed through by someone of a very high noble status. A
What was
duke. Duke Hykinian.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And everybody in the room has an involuntary shiver at the mention of Duke.
Duke who? Iconian? Never heard of him.
No, but Duke is such a high title that most normal people don't want anything to do with them.
It's
Because
Oh.
just getting on their bad side is enough to like get you thrown into prison for life for
It's,
doing the most minor inconvenience.
it is the highest noble rank aside from like royalty.
Well, the special archduke rank, but
Okay, yeah.
that one is literally given by the king or the emperor to somebody who has done something for the royal family specifically and earned merit.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
If you say
Maybe
so.
I'm going to roll an inside check. Go for it.
Anyway, I agree with the sentiment of maybe doing some hunting quests or some adventuring quests. Maybe even doing some merchanting wouldn't be a bad idea. Something to get a little meat on your bones, as it were.
I vote
Because
is
those creatures are going to be nasty.
I worked as a blacksmith before becoming an adventurer. Would I be a member of the Merchants Guild already?
Did you take the guild artisan background?
Clan crafter.
Yeah, close enough. Anything that has to do with like the tight knit groups of guilds and clans and stuff. So yes, you would have a merchant's license. It'd be an F rank because that's just where everything starts. But
Right.
you would know you are authorized to actually sell stuff.
Well, I can check the Merchants Guild, see if there are any quests. And Sivamar, you said you're an adventurer?
yes, and I mean, I would highly recommend uh raising our standing with them as their guild tokens are redeemable for a lot of very good things, including items that can boost your powers, your anime powers.
There's actually 20 guild tokens in that pouch you picked up on Fondar.
You mean these?
Those, yes. I believe it's uh, there's a table for it somewhere, but I believe it's what 3 for a PowerPoint,
10 per PowerPoint.
10 per PowerPoint.
Well, we got the pouch from the dock worker and from Ravenhold. How much do we have total?
So the pouch was 1,000 gold, and the guild tokens is 20 guild tokens.
Okay. 5 of
To
us
split
currently,
however you like.
or 6 if we count Feldnot.
You guys can keep
No.
mine. I have my own already.
The guild token?
Yes, I have my own guild tokens.
Yeah, they can keep them. Mine as well.
I'll take them if you don't want them, and you can have my monetary share if no one wants their guild tokens.
I don't really have to like pay for things. It's more like doing chores around the house for me, which may or may not include feeding lava worms, carrying impossibly heavy loads, combat training. He just shivers at the words combat training.
I feel like we certainly need more of that, considering one of the 3 tasks of this grand quest is to slay some kind of mythic beast.
You are correct. And I guess start thinking about this once we get to the point where you're at your next milestone, whether you want to deal with the politics now or with the mythic monster now, or at that technical point that's your next milestone.
I think I almost want to do the mythical monster, taking into account recent events.
Because just so you were brought into the loop some more, I warned them, whatever you pick now makes the next one more difficult later.
Oh, so it really sounds like we need to train now a lot to deal with the mythic beast now. Well, not now, but next milestone, like the gentleman said.
So 250. If we're doing it 4 ways, it's 250 iridium each and 5 guild tokens.
Jet, I have decided upon what I will use my voucher for.
What would you like?
We are going to go with the plate of the Mage Hunter General, very rare, and the Saloof's Shadow Coat, the very rare version.
Okay.
And well, I need to do something with my father's half plate. It will probably become a family heirloom, but I need a house. So I guess I will try to find I'm sure there's like vault services or like storage services.
I mean, I could keep it in my pocket dimension for you if you like.
I trust you.
I have. He has one pocket dimension that's basically just storage units.
Yeah. Well, I'll entrust you with it until I can find another place for it. I appreciate it. As well, this and the necklace are my only keepsakes of my probably dead parents. Actually, any chance? Oh, you're very busy with a lot of things. I wouldn't ask to add more to your plates or Ravenhold.
I appreciate that.
I'd ask the rest of the group, considering how much we like some of the power of the monsters that we've been fighting. Is there anything that you guys think that might help right now?
Well, this city has a number of arenas that we can participate in. I don't know if there's a tournament happening. Again, the Adventurers Guild, great place to do some slaying quests. There's always something that needs to die. Um, and I vaguely recall an extra planar training grounds in some village by Arcset. I don't know if that's still there anymore.
It's not.
Um, oh,
And I mean
great.
Arcset.
Okay. Um,
That's what one of the big black holes is.
just pulls out his own version of the world map and just starts Xing out Arcset. Um, yeah, I don't know if they're still there though, but there was a number of people that it was like a farming community of high level adventurers. I know a
They're not.
couple of okay. Well, shit.
If you can refer to it as near Arcset, it's not there.
A 3,000-mile diameter circle is now lays where Arcset used to be.
I think it was within
800.
1,500 miles. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
um, Simar, as you're redeeming your voucher, a book is placed on top of your equipment that you've ordered.
Uh, anyone knows what this is?
Does it have a name on it, or
I don't know. I look at the book.
The Encyclopedia of Blade Type Spells, Volume 1.
This seems familiar. Starts flipping through the pages. Yeah, no, I think I've read this before.
This one you would notice has substantially more spells. Well, not maybe substantially, but like 5 or 6 more spells.
Okay. Well, that is something to use downtime on. Is it the same book as last time? Uh, it's not the Meta Magic book.
No, it's here. I'll just post the list. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
With a yellow sticky note on the front that says "You need this," and there's just an L at the very bottom of the sticky note.
L. L. L? Okay.
Well, you all can do what you need to do. I'm gonna go look into some legal things.
Well, first I'd like to go to the bank and turn in these iridium bars. Riven, you have the bank, right?
I do.
We can head there.
Yep.
You are Emerald Vault, right?
Yes.
As you walk in, a commotion has taken place. A couple of younger elvish gentlemen appear to be having some sort of dispute, and it has come to blades, as they are. One is pointing a rapier at the other, and the other is like hefting an axe.
Do either look familiar?
No. Well, actually, no. That's not fair. Make an insight check. So of the group, Riven and Vondar can make this insight check. Vestiel and Simar, you weren't there, so there would be no way you would technically know them unless you just happen to know them in passing. Between the two of you, Riven and Vondar, you would actually recognize these guys as fellow competitors. They are participants of the Grand Quest. They were part of that last 100 teams. You happen to have been, when you casually glanced around the crowd that was gathered, you happen to have noticed these two. And they were not on the same team.
All right. I like Javandar. Do we try to intervene or do we just leave it?
Guards have to be on their way. This is the most elite bank in the city, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And within seconds, you'll see two gigantic golden hands like appear above these individuals and then just smash down and crush them into the ground. As a person comes from behind the desk. He appears to be an elderly gentleman of... Where'd my race table go? Oh, right, I was just rolling this. Okay, that's not helpful. That's also not helpful! Oh my god. This is gonna be the weirdest fucking person I've ever had to make. An elderly gentleman steps out from behind the counter. He appears to be a crow-like person, except for at the ends of his feathers that appears to be a black, like a embering type effect with smoke coming off of them. You mistakenly think he is a kinku, but as he starts to walk closer to them, you see this like golden shadow behind him that looks like a younger version of himself, but clad in pure gold. Gentlemen, this is not the place to be fighting. Take your lover's quarrel elsewhere. No, man, no, it's not that. And you just see the two golden hands kind of raise up, wind back, and literally sweep them out the door. Like Master Hand from fucking Brawl.
Oh, goodness.
He looks to your party. Were you with them?
No.
No.
Good. And you'll just see the hands kind of dissipate as he kind of brings his hands together in like a almost prayer type triangle. Sorry about that. As he brushes off his feathers. And as he brushes his feathers, you will all notice there's like an ash that comes off of that ember. Welcome to the Emerald Vault. How may we be of service to you? Ah, I see the system has identified a card carrier, Riven. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. But the card should say Marcus. Is what they know me as.
It's already been corrected through our system, sir.
Awesome. Thank you so much. My friend here has some currency that we found that we'd like to trade in through the correct channels.
Yes, we came across wrecked ship on an adventure, and it had a cargo including some iridium bars.
Oh, yes, that would definitely count as something that needs to be done in a proper setting.
I don't know if you guys have to do a report. We've already let our handler know, and he is sending connections through the proper channels to investigate further.
Just for our sake, what is the handler's name?
Is it Brazen Holt? Sorry, my brain totally spaced. Bravenholt.
Bravenhold. Okay, as he kind of just enters into the system. Yes, we can take those bars off your hands at a reasonable price. How many did I say there were again? Was it 20?
20.
I'm scrolling up.
20 bars, huh?
Iridium, yeah, 20 iridium. And then are we selling gold too? Because that's not supposed to exist either, right?
No, it exists. It's just not a minted value anymore.
Okay.
The gold you can sell to the Merchant's Guild, right?
Oh yeah, you would know that you could sell it to them, or there's whispers of some crazy paladin in the far north who buys gold at absurdly high values. So, however strapped for cash you are, you could go with either option. One does definitely pay more, but it is more of a risk because you're having to travel the north.
Okay. I don't look to Montar. We could do either. Up to you. I don't know how pressed we are to get on with the quest.
We can see if there's any quests at the Adventurers Guild that would take us to the north.
Here we go. Let's deal with the iridium first.
Okay.
And you'll see he kind of like pulls out a jeweler's kit and pulls out a magnifying glass, starts to make sure takes his time. He weighs, measures, seems to be evaluating each bar. You see he'll make a few notes in the system. Well, each bar is of the correct weight. That's interesting. They must have done some creative acquisitions to obtain these, because these are 2 treasury minting standard weight.
That or they have an inside source.
Oh, believe me, if a royal knight is pushing this up through the channels, it's going to be investigated. They carry a lot of weight and authority.
Good to know.
The going rate right now will net you a nice sum of a finding fee of 10,000 gold for all 20 bars.
Why would we trade iridium for gold?
Yeah, all right, fair enough. 20,000 iridium.
You said 10,000 the first time.
Did I?
You did.
All right,
That
fine.
was
10,000 iridium. It's 500 a bar. Okay? I've had a long day.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm
One
going to
moment.
try to haggle over the technically not allowed to own goods.
Plus, you get the distinct feeling this is not someone that you want to cross. If you were a different person, Vondar, you'd be making a check right now because you'd be able to notice something about this particular person. You guys see Riven not so gracefully passing a piece of paper across the desk.
It's only me and Vonda.
Well, okay, Vondar, you notice Riven doesn't pass a note so gracefully over the desk. The individual picks up and reads. Very well.
Nice.
Unless Vondar wanted to pick up said note. Comes back a moment later. I couldn't be bothered to break this down. I know this is bad banking practice, but
You're good.
we have so much money that it's ridiculous. And he sets down a bag.
All right. And we'll grab it and head out. We'll say thank you.
I guess everyone else probably went to the Adventurers Guild.
That's what I'm assuming. We should just meet them there.
Yep.
All right.
And if you look in the bag, you will find 200 emerald coins.
That's a lot.
While they're getting that sorted out, Simar and Vesteel, I guess Feldnot would follow you to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
Hello. Well,
Hello,
welcome to
everyone.
the Adventurers Guild.
It's been a long time since I've been to the guild. I need to have my profile updated and verified, and then we're hoping to look into quests. Preferably slaying quests.
Please present your identification.
I present my bronze adventuring card, which I believe
Error.
I
Error.
oh
Error. Information out of date.
that's why I'm here.
Updating information. And you see your card immediately. This might scare you a little bit. Your card immediately changes from a bronze card to a iridium iridescent card.
What? What are you doing?
The rank promptly displayed in the top left is Z rank.
I don't even know what that means.
Yep.
Oh
You
God,
would-
you're still a member of the Golden Twilight.
That's my fault.
You would see two changes to your card. Aside from that, you are now listed under a company called Nocturnal Tempest. And the Golden Twilight is technically has a tag of retired.
Oh. Okay. Can I get the details of all this new information on writing, please, so I can read it?
Of course.
Okay. Looks like I have some research to do.
Basically, there is no quest you can now not take because you are Z rank. The general problem with being a Z rank, though, is sometimes the government likes to ask you specifically to do things. And a member of the Golden Twilight just reactivated. Your card starts to ding uncontrollably.
What? I don't know what's going on. Who are these people?
Have we shown up yet?
I'm only
Not
level
quite
4.
There's everything from a find my lost dog to stop this world ending event.
Can I apply for a new adventures card?
Unfortunately, no.
As a, what are my Adventurers Guild benefits for being a Z-ranked adventurer? There has to be something to help me catch up to what I'm apparently supposed to be.
Teleporting has been enabled on your card. You can now teleport from Adventurers Guild to Adventurers Guild. You have a complete monster compendium. Good to any creature up to danger rating 30. And even some special creatures are listed. You have the authority to branch off and create your own company. You will still be Z-ranked if you do this. You can now remotely shop with the guild. Just push your guild tokens into your adventuring card, and it will accept it just like a currency.
Huh.
Your base pay is also substantially increased from your F rank to Z rank.
Kind of figured. Is there any interest or payments in storage? Is there a Golden Twilight storage associated with this card?
Golden Twilight storage. Banking account. Information access. Access denied. Rank. Internal company rank too low to be granted access. You will see you have a rank of initiate.
Would I have been pinged to notify?
Yeah, as you're about to walk
our
into as you're about to walk into the Adventurers Guild, you get a ping.
Really?
Do we all get things?
No,
You try to ping the
his
bank?
has already been caught up.
Uh-huh.
But you get a ping. Insufficient rank. Tried to access Guild Vault number 5.
Does it tell me who?
Simimar.
So we're trying to access funds, are we?
Apparently, because they're saying that I'm some kind of legendary Z-rank freaking super adventurer, and I can't make a new card, so I need to figure out a way to become a legendary Z-ranked adventurer in a very short time.
I'm going to ask the main guy. Is there a way to remove them from this and sublet me into both guilds and create a new one from start?
Unfortunately, no. You would need the authority of the Guildmaster.
Who's currently listed?
Thea.
Of course.
Oh, I know him.
I'm gonna reach out. Hey, bud. Long time. Can you pass me at least temporary access to the guild?
It feels like you're talking into a void right now.
I'm sure he hears me.
Nothing seems to happen.
Is there a way? I'd ask the main desk. Is there a way to that we can they can remove themselves, and I join on to this new one?
Unfortunately, no. You need the permission of the guildmaster.
In order to join both?
No, to leave company.
Oh, okay.
Guildmaster's authority is higher than necessary. Not sure why. Looks down at the entry. Error. Should not exist.
Yep. All right. Well, might as well make the best of a bad situation.
Is this a bad situation?
It's gonna be if we get requested to do something.
Technically, you were already getting the same requests.
Well,
Yeah, I got like 1,000 notifications already. So
Great.
They've been sitting on your card for a while, Riven.
yeah. Considering would I can I look at the world ending ones just to see what they are? The latest one.
The latest one. You get 2. And they seem to be the same quest, but from different sides. Render the heart of the North into an eternal sleep. Protect the heart of the North from an eternal sleep.
Fuck. You can just hear me like
The one that wants to put the heart of the North into eternal sleep seems to be assigned by some sort of rebellious elf.
all right. Well, that's a problem for later.
do we have any like special training grounds since we're super adventurers?
Can I use the card to send a message? Does it say to Vondar to see if he can or yeah, to Vondar to see if we can get food?
Vondar, who is standing next to you,
Gets a message
in his head. Can we get some food?
Damn it! Hold on. Oh my god. Great, I forgot the character's name. My brain's died.
Vort.
Thank you.
I assume his answer is he's kind of busy right now, but sure.
I looked at the group. All right. So what's the suggestion? We just want to find a level quest right now?
Well, we need to level up, as the term is, get strong, so we can kill your mythic beast thing.
Per my understanding, the higher level, or as you'd say, more experienced that we are, the harder the beast is going to be that they assign to us.
No, that is incorrect.
Was it not?
That is like half right. He said if you don't take it at milestone 2, Milestone 3 is going to be more difficult. And if you don't take that
Okay,
milestone
so-
3, milestone 4 is going to be more difficult, etc.
So you're basing off of milestones, not off
Mhm.
our level. Okay.
Yep.
Which
So we
milestone
should be
3, 2,
training now
milestone
to
2
kill
should
it
be 8.
milestone 2.
Okay. All right.
Preferably
Let's-
something on land that doesn't have psychic blast.
Let's ask for some stuff nearby. That's within reason, like low level, not Z level.
But sir, we have Z level quests that need to be complete.
Can't do them right now.
But you are epic level 40.
Oh, then give me those epic levels.
I was.
Oh wow.
Not anymore.
Guild has insufficient permissions to give levels.
And we're not doing that again. Where's all of our EXP assigned from these quests?
To yourselves.
Okay. We're not having another one of those.
And some guy named Vale. I'm kidding.
Oh, I thought we removed that.
We did. But it's funny to make you think about it.
I was more worried he's going to be the other guy.
A 10-90 split is going towards Random Schmo number 5.
Is plutonium down in your game?
No, it works.
Okay, I don't have the option to use plutonium. Unless it has a new icon. Which it doesn't. That's a problem for later.
Do I give you the CR6 or do I give you the CR20?
Obviously, the 20.
It depends on the 20. If it's a land creature that doesn't have psychic abilities, I think we might be able to do it.
You heard the man. I'll just have you fight a few dread boneyards. That should be enough. Or maybe I should just have you fight some Nightwalkers. Those are always fun. Why do I remember these sucking again? Oh, that's why these things suck. Okay. So the stipulation was nothing that did psychic damage, right?
Oh, God.
Has psychic powers.
All right, then I will not use the brains in a jar. Oh, Lord.
It's a good sign. Nothing to worry about, right?
I'm very concerned. I mean, like I don't know, like an elder deep crow maybe. Um, Not an ooblex. That's awful. Um,
You know what?
very
Because this is just horrifying. They want you to take down a horde of ogre pedes.
What?
what? Ogre.
Ogre pedes? Like ogre centipedes?
You heard me right.
Oh, that does sound fucking terrifying. Jesus.
That's an abomination that needs to be scoured from the
All
land.
right. We'll take it. We cool with taking it? I look to the group.
How many is it? Is it like one or
It's a
is
horde.
it pack?
Somewhere
horde?
between 8 and 16.
Okay.
What's
is
the rank of the quest?
It would be rank E.
that should be fun.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty, we'll just have to have you guys take down the ogre pedes. They are setting up shop in the foothills of Annihilation.
Lovely name.
Well, that's what we called it after they took residence there.
Oh,
What direction is that?
West. On the world map. How do I move this? This is the foothill of Annihilation. That was not its original name. They changed it after these ogre pedes beat the shit out of almost everybody who's come this way.
Wait, where is it? Mine didn't zoom in. There we go. All right. Off the road. It'll be slower travel.
not with me around.
Well, it is. It's not the difficult terrain that makes it slower.
Right.
Yeah.
Traveling on roads just give you 3 times speed regardless. Because of the magic that's enchanted into the making the roads.
Yeah.
But you're right. If there was difficult terrain, you would negate that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, say we'll take it. Hopefully, we don't run into any fire-breathing T-Rexes this time.
Oh, be careful.
Or
Fire-breathing T-Rexes.
System updating. Shutting down. And the construct just slumps in front of you.
Does it make a Windows shutdown noise?
see, this is why I'd rather talk to people instead of machines.
It's better than the. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that.
You mean the Kinku?
No, the Kinku's fun. There was another receptionist at the Adventurers Guild that had caused a few triggers for me.
Oh, yeah.
It was a choke guitar.
Starting up. Hi, welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
So Marge just inhales sharply. Okay, let's go.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Eris, I wasn't talking about Dylan's character. I was talking about this Chocotar receptionist at the Adventures Guild. Because my character now has a phobia of chocobos.
And on that note, that is where we're going to end it tonight.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep.
Have a good
See
one.
you.
Night, guys.
Night.
Is it Ogre Pete or Ogre Centipede?
Both pretty
Those are
terrifying.
two very different things.
Why not both?
How about neither?
Thank you, everybody, for coming out to stream today. If you enjoyed our content, please feel free to drop us a follow. We would really appreciate the support. And tune in Mondays and Wednesdays for our D&D content. Want to keep up with the events and extra streams? Please check out our Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date on the schedule releases and updates for the streams, including extra streams that we may not have on schedule. And if you would like to see previous content that we've done, check us out on YouTube at Epitaph of Creation. Thank you so much for coming out today, and have a good night, everybody.